This is Hello China. I'm Tian.
Hi, I'm still here, Ruiyao.
Yesterday when I went to Super Queen, I saw the melons were discounted. I have been staring at the melon for quite a long time, and that just made me very homesick.
Wow, this also reminds me of China's melon. But why does this make you homesick?
Do you know where do I come from?
I only knew you went to college at Beijing.
Yeah, but I actually come from Xinjiang.
Oh,
Wow, they have the sweetest melon there.
Yeah, that's why I'm so homesick.
so are you Han or Uyghur?
I knew you would ask this kind of questions. In most occasions, when I tell people that I come from Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, their first question would be, are you Uyghur or Han? Yeah, I'm Han.
But you cannot blame people for having this kind of question.
I know.
Just look at the name of the province. It's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. And what is the population percentage of Han and Uyghur respectively in Xinjiang?
I know that. I think it's approximately 40% for both Han and Uyghur, and then another 20 for Kazakhs. Is that right?
Yeah, not exactly. The Uyghurs occupies 45%, and Han is 40% around, approximately. And the other major components are Kazakh, as you said, and also Hui.
So Uyghurs are nearly half of the population in your hometown.
Yeah. And I should say, because that Xinjiang is a multi-ethnic region, it became one of the most interesting tourist attractions in China.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Last year, I planned to travel there.
Have you ever been there before, Ruiyao?
I really want to go there, but unfortunately never.
You really should go. I promise you won't be disappointed. And because I'm a native, I'm local, I can be your perfect tour guide. So when were you exactly planning to go there last year?
Just for last summer holiday.
Summer, you can't be serious. That would be a very big mistake. You know, Xinjiang has a desert climate with a low annual rainfall, so the winters are very cold and summers are extremely hot.
Yeah, I heard that the best season to visit Xinjiang is autumn, where you also get better views.
Yeah, autumn. In autumn, the days are long and the sky is clear and temperatures more bearable than in the heat of the summer. Yeah, autumn, definitely.
Oh, and another excellent reason to visit at the time is the abundance of delicious melons and other fruits and vegetables which are then available. Is that?
Yeah, you are right about this. Actually, my hometown is called the hometown of fruits. After I went college to the capital city Beijing, I missed the fruits back home so much, especially the melon, watermelon, and grapes. But do you know why the fruits are particularly sweet in Xinjiang?
Is that because of the abundant sunshine?
Or is it because of the variation of temperatures?
Yeah, during a day, the variation of temperature during a day.
So all of this gives the fruits ideal conditions to grow.
Yeah. Just think about it. Watermelon, grapes, only think about it has already made my mouth watering now. Okay, guys, I think I cannot miss the chance to give our listeners some suggestions on traveling in my hometown, Xinjiang.
That would be perfect. I'm still planning to go there this autumn. My first question is, Xinjiang is so big. How many days should I plan to stay there?
Yeah, you are right. Xinjiang is quite big. So I would say 12 or 14 days.
I think it's so huge. It's better to go there several times.
Yeah, actually. But if you only have one time, then 12 or 14 days. That will be fairly enough. And actually, the whole travel process can be divided into 3 parts.
3 parts? I only know that there is a saying that such seeing in North Xinjiang and experiencing the Uyghurs' culture in South Xinjiang. How about the rest one?
Yeah, you are right about the first 2 parts. And actually, the last one is exploring the history in East Xinjiang. Do you know why? Why is this part?
No idea.
I guess it's probably because of the ancient city of Lowland and Luobupo. They are located in the east of Xinjiang.
Yeah, you are right. And the other reason, if you still remember our textbook in high school, the East Xinjiang is actually part of the ancient Silk Road.
Oh, I remember. It is the ancient passageway that has connected the civilizations from China, India, Persia, and Arabia with those from Greece and Rome. and thus promoted the interchange between East and West.
Yeah, the ancient Silk Road brought Xinjiang a mix of Eastern and Western culture which left behind stunning relics. And today, those ancient cities, caves, temples, and tombs attract countless tourists from home and abroad. So, do you think it's worth traveling?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people recommended me visit Xinjiang in the future.
So, how about let's just start from exploring the east part of Xinjiang?
I know two cities are very famous. Hami and Turpan.
Yeah, you are right. All my family actually live in Hami. And you know, the Chinese version of melon is called Hami Gua, right? So it is the same pronunciation with my hometown Hami. So that means just don't forget you need to try melon in Hami. And you will find how different it is from melon here in Ireland.
I reckon it'll be a lot cheaper there as well.
Yeah, that's true. Way cheaper, actually. And the other city you mentioned just now is Turpan, right? What do you know about it?
Yeah, I know the city is also known as Huozhou, the hottest place in China.
Yeah, you are quite right about that. Can you guess the highest temperature there in summer?
Over 40?
Well, by my experience, a heat wave should be 42.
Even 45 Celsius degree. Yeah, so if you go there in summer, like you said just now, so that would totally be torturous. My mother told me many years ago that if you bury an egg into the sands, as we said, Xinjiang is famous for its deserts, and if you keep the egg in the sands, you know what? The egg would be cooked. I mean, 100% cooked.
Oh, well, that saves some fossil fuel.
Okay, if you say so, but you cannot bury all the food in a sense, right?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah, and I think because of the extremely hot weather, Turpan is praised as the hometown of grapes, and the Grape Valley is a good place to enjoy the grapes of hundreds of varieties.
I know Turpan is famous for its grapes produce. Once in Turpan Depression, one has feeling that as if he was in the land of grapes. The grape gauge, about 8 kilometers in length, is one with grape vines growing on the slopes of both sides and deep into the gauge. There is a tourist resort shaded by grapevines and from late June till early October. And since 1990, the Grape Festival held in the city becomes a great attraction not only to the business people, but people from all over the world.
Yeah, you'll be very lucky if you have the opportunity to attend the festival you just mentioned. Actually, if you pay for the grape farmers a certain amount of money, you can go to their farm and pick the fruits by yourself. That will be a quite lovely experience.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and just as we said, Turpan is extremely hot in summer. So the other attraction correspondingly is called Flaming Mountain, 火焰山. Have you ever heard about that?
Sure, this is in a Chinese classical novel, The Journey to the West, the hottest place in China.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to go there.
Like I said, I suggest you go there in autumn. That will be not that torturous.
Oh, yeah.
And Ruiyao, I remember you said you were particularly interested in the culture tour, right?
Yeah, I'm really fascinated by the cultural relics and museums like that.
Yeah, so if you go to the east land of Xinjiang, you should also go to Jiaohe Ancient City and Gaochang Ancient City if you want to see the long history of Turpan as well as the whole east land. And I think after Hami and Turpan, you may be overheated. So this time, let's just go to the north part of Xinjiang for sightseeing.
Yeah, the Heaven Mountains and the Kanas Lake.
Yeah, I would suggest people hike to Heaven Mountain. It will probably take you 2 days and you can camp on the mountain. Actually, after I graduated from high school, 5 of my friends spent 3 days hiking and camping on the mountain. It was so good.
Oh, such a great man.
Yeah, it was so good. You can also live in the local people's house as Uyghurs are very hospitable and kind-hearted. I think it's just like Alice's adventure. I will never forget it.
And in the middle of the Heavenly Mountains nestles Heavenly Lake. With massive snow, the lake enjoys crystal water. And in the summer, the beautiful lake is a good, cool resort. And when people taking boats on the lake see the mountains with blue sky, they may feel they are in a fairyland.
Actually, it's quite interesting because the Heavenly Lake has been described as the bathing tub of Queen Mother of the Heaven. And apart from the Heavenly Lake, the other lake is called Kanas Lake. Have you ever heard about this? It's quite famous.
Yeah, well, people said that they have the most beautiful scenery probably in Asia.
Yeah, that's true.
And I know it is for the lake with monsters.
You even know that? Yeah. Actually, the Kanas Lake is also known as the lake with monsters. It is said that there are only two lakes with a mystery about lake monster in the world. One is the Ness Lake in Britain, and the other is the beautiful Kanas Lake. Many tourists encountered big monsters underwater when they traveled there. I saw it one time on the news program. It's quite spectacular, and that just makes it even more attractive for me.
Is that? But I also heard that in the Changbai Mountain there is also monsters in the Heavenly Lake.
Wow, really? But for me, I've never heard about it. Probably the world is not safe. Ruiyao, what do you know about the Kanas Lake?
Well, I heard that it's really a beautiful lake. The blue water melted from glaciers nearby, forming a charming color, and varies by seasons.
Yeah, you are right. Kanas Lake is like a pearl shining on the beautiful river. And like you said, the color of Kanas Lake varies according to the seasons and the weather. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes green, while sometimes it's white as milk.
Yeah, I've seen photos of the lake, especially if you see the beautiful lake lies in the midst of ancient forests. It's really the unique place to visit.
Yeah. So, and I think the best season is, again, autumn from June to October.
Yeah, when the leaves all turn red?
Yeah. And after sightseeing, you probably have enough energy. And then this time, I think you should go to the south part of Xinjiang, the culture tour.
I think the city we must mention is Kashgar.
Yeah.
And people say that you haven't been to Xinjiang unless you have been to Kashgar.
Yeah, that's right. Kashgar is one of the oldest but richest oases at the west end of China. If you are interested in a folk culture of locals, Kashgar is the best place to go. So, Ruiyao is your best choice.
Yeah, I've seen photos of Muslims praying in front of the great mosque in Kashgar. That is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, Kashgar is China's Muslim center. It used to be an important stop on the centuries-old Silk Road. The city's relative inaccessibility has had a great influence on its character. This place looks dramatically different from the rest of China, even from the rest of Xinjiang. On Sundays, the bustling markets are packed with distinctively dressed Uyghurs, ambitious Central Asian traders, and veiled Muslim women. And it's just so different.
Yeah, well, from your description, I formed a sort of like a picture in my mind where local Muslims live in the ancient